Hey everyone, my name is Kelly. I hope that you guys are doing well and ready to learn more about Excel. The main purpose of my videos is to help you guys increase your efficiency and productivity when it comes to using Excel. If you do like my video, I do encourage you to click on the like button and then subscribe to my channel. Today's video is an Excel tutorial on the several date and time functions. The date and time functions can be quite useful and practical, as Excel allows you to create a more dynamic worksheet which performs more complex time-based calculations. For example, this can be useful in preparing an agent schedule on outstanding balances. The date function includes several components such as the year, month, and day, while the time function includes the hour, minutes, and seconds. Let's look more closely at the different types of date functions. Here, we have two examples of dates, August 1st and October 15, 2021. As you can see in the formula bar, there is no formula, only text. For the first example, using the date function, you would begin by writing the year, which is 2021, then the month, which is 8, and finally the day, which is 1. Now, let's say that you would want to extract only the year from the date. You simply have to write year and then select the date, and this would give you 2021. This would be the same for the month, which would give you 8, and for the day, which would give you 1. For the second example, let's begin by extracting the year, which gives you 2021, then the month, which gives you 10, and finally the day, which gives you 15. With this information, you can apply it to the date function, which will give you October 15, 2021. An important consideration is that if you use the date function, you may get a 5-digit number. This does not imply that there was an error. Rather, this is a format issue. To fix this, you can simply change the format to short date. Let's now look at the different types of time functions. The time and date functions are basically the same. For the first example, using the time function, you would begin by writing the hour, which is 12, then the minutes, which is 25, and finally the seconds, which is 55. Now, let's say that you would want to extract the hour from the time. You simply have to write hour and then select the time. This would give you 12. This would be the same thing for the minutes, which would give you 25, and the seconds, which would give you 55. For the second example, let's begin by extracting the hour, which gives 17, then the minutes, which gives 45, and finally the seconds, which give 20. With this information, you can apply it to the time function. An important consideration, from 1 p.m. to 11 p.m., you would need to add 12. For instance, 1 p.m. would be written as 13, while 11 p.m. would be written as 23. There are other two useful date functions, as the now and today. Rather than manually changing the date to the current date, Excel does this automatically. The now function will return the current date and time, while the today function will only return the current date. For both functions, you simply have to write now or today and then insert the open and close brackets. The final functions that we will review in this video is the time value and date value functions. They will either convert a date or time in the form of text to a serial number. You simply have to write time value or date value, and then select the cell in question. For the first example, both the date and time were identified in the cell, so there was no issues to extract solely either the time or the date. For the second example, only the date was identified. As no time was indicated, Excel automatically assumes that the time was at midnight. For the third example, the date was shown in a different format. The date value will still be able to extract the date. For the fourth example, 23 was written after July and the only other number is the time. For the fifth example, 23 was written before July and the only other number is the time. As you may have observed, the format of the date is important, as if there was only one number after the month, then Excel will identify this as the year. If the number is before the month, then Excel will identify this as the day. Now, let's focus on the time. There is no indication of either AM or PM. So, Excel will view the hour of the day between 0 to 24. So for 5 a.m., Excel will identify this as being 5, while for 5 p.m., Excel will identify this as being 17. To conclude, using these functions on a regular basis will help increase your efficiency when using Excel. I do hope that this video was helpful. I have made other videos which explain different types of Excel functions. I do encourage you to view them, especially if you want to learn more about Excel.